You pay them reparations, racism is dead. Get it past you, white friends. Here's what they won't tell you, white friends. You pay them reparations. You get... Look at the white people trying to act like they're not thinking about it. That's right, white friends. Think about it. For the first time in history, you will sing along to your favorite rap song at the top of your lungs. You pay them reparations. The next day, you can walk out to your house, look for the biggest blackest
Janie.
Nigga, with your money, you got that right out there. You know, something. God, thanks so much. Be alive. Right there, love Chicago. I'm happy. I'm a happy motherfucker. I'm just saying, we gotta be careful because the whole world is going crazy on us. Used to be, you get killed by only a few things, like a gun, a knife, somebody hitting you in the head with a rock, a piano falling from the sky. Now you can get killed by anything. I was reading in the paper, motherfuckers are being killed by spinach. Ain't that a bitch? You can't even go to heaven if you get killed by spinach. You can't even go. You don't know what to tell Jesus. You just, you know what, Jesus, I did have a salad. I really did. What I was thinking about? Fuck, you gonna die by salad. Then they got salmonella. I thought you got this from raggedy bitches. No, come to find out, you get this shit from chicken, it ain't cooked properly. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, that's terrible that white people can catch such a disease as that. And they was like, no, niggas can get it too. What? You gonna kill a nigga chicken? The way we done supported your whole goddamn career, chicken, you gonna kill a nigga? It say in the Bible, thou shalt not kill niggas with chicken. It says that. Kill a nigga with a two-piece. Ain't that a bitch? They got mad. See, fucked me up completely because I didn't even know cows even had feelings like that. I don't give a fuck what they feel like, bitch. I just want number 7. Whole world fuck crazy. You don't know what to trust. You can fuck around and stay away from gangbangers and drug dealers and still get killed by a squirrel. You got that act like it wasn't a squirrel. Oh shit, nigga, don't tell my mom it was a squirrel, nigga. Don't tell my mom it was a squirrel. Tell that nigga shot me with 2 small bullets in the neck. Tell him. It wasn't a 22, it was an 11. Bitch shot me with an 11. Oh, we losing a lot of gangster niggas. We lost James Brown. God damn it, give it up for the Godfather. Shit. We don't know none of his lyrics, and that motherfucker was the shit. We still don't know what the fuck James was saying. Shut up. Yes, James. Yes. Losing a lot of gangster niggas. We lost one of the biggest gangsters in the whole world just recently. Goddamn Crocodile Hunter is gone, children. Fuck y'all, this motherfucker was the shit. Crocodile Hunter was the shit. He wasn't scared of shit. If you think he ain't, go to your neighbor's house and jump on their Rottweiler and see how that works. That white boy was shit because he wasn't mean or nasty or nothing. He was friendly and informational. Mother would be hunting crocodiles. Oh, that's a beauty right there, mate. Got her in my sights now. Wait for it, wait for it, wait.
The town is almost completely looted.
She tried to do the bloody death roll on me. Did you see her trying?
Take the enemy stockpiles.
Fuck, you gonna kill that motherfucker. And just to show you how haters be on you, this motherfucker didn't even get killed by a crocodile. He got killed by a punk bitch ass stingray. Ain't that some shit? He wasn't even a stingray hunter. You know, crocodile was talking shit the next day because I knew something bad was gonna happen to him, nigga. I knew it. Nah, he wrestled my uncle down on national TV, nigga. Made a belt and some shoes out of me.
You, just you, building your app. On base 44. Describe it. And it's real. One thought leads to more thoughts. Layer by layer. Taking shape. When you need your tools, bring them in. They just flick. Okay, kick it up a notch. Create something smarter. Something powerful. Style counts, so give it your touch. Big or small. Next idea hits at 2 a.m. Of course it does. Keep building. Ask yourself, wait, I built this?
I got white heroes. One of my motherfucking white heroes is that white lady that tried to swim the English Channel. That bitch is my motherfucking hero. This bitch is trying to swim an ocean by her motherfucking self. One white woman in the ocean by her motherfucking self with sharks. Whatever the fuck is in there, dolphins and partners and shit. Not the part, minorities. It ain't that this white woman is swimming this ocean by herself. It's not that. She is swimming for free. They not giving this bitch shit. She don't get a prize. She just in the middle of the ocean, swimming her motherfucking ass off. Meanwhile, you can't get a black woman to get in the pool at the pool party. It's this bitch pool and her pool party. She still ain't getting in. This white woman got stung 176 times by jellyfish. What the? When did you stop, man? When it hits your vagina, is that when you stop? When that tags that old clitoris, is that when? All right, bitch, get the boat. Get the boat. We only got one of those. Just saying. We all gotta be able to laugh. It's very important. Minorities, your life is hard. Sometimes you need to be able to just go home, laugh about some shit for 22 minutes, and then get back to your shit. The best part is it's free. You just gotta do this shit. All right. Start minorities. If you feeling fucked up, find you a white show to watch with no niggas on it at all. I wouldn't tell you this shit if it didn't work. Two of my motherfucking favorite motherfucking shows I'm embarrassed to tell motherfuckers about. I watch every episode, but I don't be out in the open. I shut my curtains and hide and shit like 12 years a slave and don't want no other niggas to see me. But I watch every episode. My favorite show for 2 years in a motherfucking row is still motherfucking Swamp People. That is my shit. Oh my God. You have not seen this shit. You have not lived yet. This is a beautiful shit. I just like seeing my rednecks in their natural environment, not killing minorities. I think that's what it is. I love this shit. I watch every episode, but I don't know why. Because every episode is exact. That's the last goddamn episode. They don't change yet. Every episode start with a in the boat, going nowhere. Shit. He just cheat. And he's saying some shit you can't fucking understand. And did you understand some of the shit? It's the shit out of you. He just, we got to go out there and get him, boy. We got to go out there and get him, boy. We don't go out there and get him, he ain't gonna get himself. No, I guess he ain't gonna get himself. I guess that makes perfectly good sense. These white men get out there and smoke, and they are catching 700, 800-pound alligators. And that's not the part, minorities. They are catching these alligators with... That's right, look at these, don't even believe me. But they real hands. Not a weapon, not a stick, none of that. If they real hands in the water, they get the alligator. Black people is at the house like, don't stick your hand. That son of a bitch. But when you see that white man reach up out that motherfucking boat, grab that motherfucking alligator line, the whole show, just shoot him, big off, shoot him, shoot him, 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 shoot him, big off, shoot him, shoot him. And the whole show just flips. Now they showing it from underwater, and it's muddy and bubbling and shit, like the alligator has a camera on his head. And he's in the show too, and then they cut to commercial. Every time I say, I will not be here when you get back. Just saying, we all need to be able to laugh. So for my white friends, here's some black you can laugh at. I've done the research. I'm pretty sure there's no coonery in there anywhere. There's no, every time I see the shit, I fall on the ground laughing, almost be myself. Okay, maybe the funniest shit I ever seen. There is a commercial starring a nigga named Matumbo. Now, if you have not seen this commercial, you have not lived yet. So let me say that. Now, if you don't know who Matumbo is, he used to play basketball. He played for the NBA. Maybe like in 1979 or some shit like that. But he was one of the greatest. Known for blocking shots. That was his shit. Now they got this nigga just randomly running through white people's workplace. Just randomly knocking shit out there for no reason at all. Just, no.
Good night, Daddy.
What the fuck is that shit? No.
God.
If I see that shit, I almost pee myself. Many times I've been arrested, that would be the only thing I right. Stay tuned to GMC, if I get pulled over one more motherfucking time, that's how the fuck I'm getting out my car. Just, no. We already did this shit. My motherfucking point is, we going through some new motherfucking shit in the world. We going through some new fucking shit. It's gonna be important that you have your star player in line. Then you gonna have to make sure you got your team set up. And some of us been forgetting to set up our motherfucking team. And you're not gonna be able to 2008 without your motherfucking team. You gonna need 3 or 4 motherfuckers that you know for a fact will jump in and block bullshit off your motherfucking ass. In a time of crisis, you gonna need that shit. You gonna need 4 or 5 motherfuckers will just jump in and block bullshit off of your motherfucking ass. In a time of crisis, you gonna need that. The team is gonna be very, very important in this next motherfucking era we're finna go into. You gonna need a team. You don't believe me? Michael Vick's motherfucking ass how much you need a team. Niggas alone. Everybody told on this nigga. Everybody. Friends, co-workers, strangers. This motherfucker is like excited to tell on this nigga. Yes, I thought when he was 4 years old, he had 2 puppies with him. I just want to say that. That was important. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck. That's why you got to make sure your team is together. Because these motherfuckers will step on you. They'll switch on you like, I can't even fucking do do it quick enough, they'll snitch. These motherfuckers will switch it up on you just like fucking right there. That was the one. If I just broke my, they should have done it correctly, but just like that. That's how fuck quick them motherfuckers will turn on you. You don't believe me? Britney motherfucking Spears, how quickly them motherfuckers will turn on you. Oh, Britney. Oh, Britney. I'll say how hilariously thankful. If you ain't got your motherfucking team right, they switched on her so motherfucking quick. They was just taking sweet pictures of Britney. Just, how you doing, Britney? Looking good, Britney? You going shopping, Britney? Now they taking gangster pictures. Just hit fella like his position was way back here by the goddamn DJ and shit. He used to have to dance from back here. Just
some of the unlawful redactions that have been made by Trump's DOJ to the partial release of Epstein files are now being revealed by Democrats, and it is horrifying information. It involves unlawful redactions about Donald Trump, as we suspected. It involves unlawful redactions about 9-year-olds, which we suspected. It involves unlawful redactions about other powerful men. It involves numerous thousands, tens of thousands, unlawful redactions. So let me go through with you what went down. So the chair, or the ranking member, rather, for the Democrats in the House Judiciary Committee, who's Jamie Raskin, he was given access to look through the redactions. And when he was given that permission, he's a former top constitutional scholar. He's the exact person who you'd want in the room to look at these redactions and see what was redacted and what was non-redacted. So he was allowed to see the work by the DOJ, and he described some horrifying findings. So here he is talking about Epstein's lawyers speaking to Donald Trump's lawyers. Now, all of this was redacted by Trump's DOJ, where Trump's lawyers are allegedly telling Epstein's lawyers, look, we always knew that Epstein was never actually a member of Mar-a-Lago ever. He was always a guest. And you see this coordination, it seems, from the Trump lawyers with the Epstein lawyers during the relevant time period. I want you to listen to what Raskin describes. Play this clip.
The Department of Justice has not sent forth its so-called privilege log, so it's not explained yet why there might be certain redactions that have been made. I saw one document which was an email that was sent by Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell, which was the forward of an email that he had received from some of his lawyers, giving an account of a conversation between Epstein lawyers and Trump lawyers and others about what had taken place during that 2009 period. It was during the period of the 2009 investigation. And Epstein's lawyers synopsized and quoted Trump as saying that that Jeffrey Epstein was not a member of his club at Mar-a-Lago, but he was a guest at Mar-a-Lago, and he had never been asked to leave. And that was redacted for some indeterminate, inscrutable reason. I know it seems to be at odds with some things that President Trump has been saying recently about how he had kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his club or asked him to leave, and this was at least one report that appears to contradict.
Also, after reviewing the Epstein documents at the DOJ, Jamie Raskin says there's evidence of victims as young as 9 years old. And as our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, says, just a reminder that Trump's former criminal defense attorney turned Deputy AG Todd Blanche transferred Ghislaine Maxwell to a Club Fed, a minimum security facility, where she now plays with puppies and goes to yoga classes. More from Democratic Congressmember Jamie Raskin right here, the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee on the Epstein files. Here's what he describes, what he observed. Let's play this clip.
I think that the Department of Justice has been in a cover-up mode for many months and has been trying to sweep the entire thing under the rug. And the more deeply that I get into it, because obviously our colleagues on the Oversight Committee have taken the lead, but judiciary plays a very important role because we oversee the Department of Justice. But the more that I've gotten into it, the more I believe that the survivors here, the victims who are now active citizens for justice, really are leading the way. And we need to be having hearings with the survivors to hear from them about their experiences so they can explain what happened and so they can begin to set forth a theory of what took place. We need to be investigating the money. We need to be investigating the organizational hierarchy. There's no way you run $1 billion international child sex trafficking ring with just 2 people committing crimes, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. No way. It doesn't work like that. So we need to figure out what other conspiracies were involved, what other co-conspirators were involved. And I really do believe that listening to the survivors is going to be our pathway through this nightmare.
More from Congressmember Raskin here again. Let's play this clip.
Well, a lot is riding on Attorney General Bondi's appearance before us on the Judiciary Committee on Wednesday. We believe that this administration must listen to the survivors. We believe that this administration must release the entire Epstein file, which is compelled by a federal law at this point. We want all of the information to come out, and the only redactions should be the names of the victims and the identifying information. Unfortunately, they violated that precept by releasing the names of a lot of victims, which is either spectacular incompetence and sloppiness on their part, or, as a lot of the survivors believe, a deliberate threat to other survivors who are thinking about coming forward that they fall into that other category. So I went over there and I was able to determine, at least I believe, that there were tons of completely unnecessary redactions in addition to the failure to redact the names of victims. And so that's troubling to us.
Did you want any names of any potential co-conspirators that were redacted?
Well, I saw the names of lots of people who were redacted for mysterious or baffling or inscrutable reasons.
So you see that there is a massive cover-up on the way. Now, earlier today, Ghislaine Maxwell, supposed to have her deposition taken before the House Oversight Committee, and even though she previously spoke with Donald Trump's former criminal defense attorney turned deputy attorney general, and she did not invoke the Fifth several months back when she spoke there. Now, when she was speaking or testifying before Congress, she now invoked her Fifth Amendment to every single question, including Donald Trump's relationships with Epstein, other co-conspirators, whether foreign intelligence was involved. I want you to listen to how Democratic Congressmember Rowe kind of describes what went down. Let's play this clip.
I submitted to Comer a letter with 6 or 7 questions. Things like, who were the other co-conspirators? Who were the other men who raped these underage girls? Did she have any conversations about a deal with Donald Trump? Now, she's taken a blanket Fifth Amendment on any question. And my view is that many of my questions don't in any way incriminate her. So we'll see what she does. But there's 7 questions that I have specifically asked, and the assumption is she's pleading the Fifth to each one of those, and the American people will see that there's an inconsistency. Why did she not plead the Fifth when Blanche asked for questions, and now she's pleading the Fifth about things that don't implicate her, but may implicate many of the other powerful people in the Epstein class that committed these crimes?
Now, MAGA Republican Congress member James Comer, who chairs the House Oversight Committee, had a different take, and he does not rule out Ghislaine Maxwell being granted clemency by Donald Trump. He says he takes no position in a convicted child sex trafficker. Now we know that these ages can be as young as 9 years old. He sees no issue that if Donald Trump granted her clemency, he said that's not for me to decide. Really? You don't even have a moral or ethical view? Or just as the chair of the House Oversight Committee, that doesn't bother you? That someone who's convicted of child sex trafficking of very young children is getting VIP treatment now and can be granted clemency? Here's what Comer said.
Mr. Chairman, quick question. What are your thoughts about Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer saying she needs clemency in testimony?
Well, I don't know. Initially, she said a month ago that she would testify if we granted her immunity on oversight. And we discussed that after we met with the survivors. They support that, so we never continued to have that. So this was something new today. Obviously, that's not for me to decide. That's for the to decide.
The only Republicans really speaking up about this was now being attacked by Donald Trump and MAGA for shedding light on this child sex trafficking is Republican Congress member Thomas Massie. Now he's calling for Howard Lutnick and others to resign as well. Remember, Howard Lutnick is all over these files. Thomas Massie says, Lutnick went to the island and was in business deals with Epstein, long after Lutnick says he parted ways, and even after Epstein was convicted of sex crimes. What else is Lutnick covering up with respect to his association with Epstein? Massie calls for Lutnick to resign over Epstein connections. We know about some of Lutnick's connections now. Howard Lutnick, Trump's billionaire commerce secretary, interacted with Jeffrey Epstein regularly over at least 13 years while they lived next door to one another on Manhattan's Upper East Side, records released by the DOJ show. They invested in the same private company together and appeared to have socialized in New York and the Caribbean, actually at Epstein's Island. Democratic Congressmember Brendan Boyle says, you don't go into business with somebody if you're truly disgusted by them. Lutnick is lying to the American people. He clearly maintained a relationship with Epstein and is now trying to hide it. Secretary Lutnick should resign. Let's hear from more Democratic Congress members who were at that congressional hearing earlier today with Ghislaine Maxwell, where despite her speaking with Trump's criminal defense attorney and lying through her teeth, now when she went before Congress, she invoked her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. When she's lost at the Supreme Court, she's already been incriminated because a jury found her guilty of child sex trafficking, and now she's begging for clemency for Donald Trump, and then she said she'll help vindicate him if he gets clemency. Here's what Congressmember Stansbury says. Let's play it.
The United States government is engaged in an active cover-up of the largest sex trafficking scandal and influence peddling scandal in the history of the United States, and Donald Trump is right at the center of it. And the person who is living to provide the evidence, who knows what is going on, is trying to invoke the Fifth to buy her clemency. So let's be clear on what we saw here today. This was an effort to essentially try to secure her pardon by keeping her mouth shut. And we will not allow this silence to stand.
Hear more from Congressmember Stansbury right here. Let's play it.
Now, we have a lot of questions for Ms. Maxwell with regards to what actually happened in Epstein's affairs, who was directly involved in the sex trafficking, money laundering, and influence peddling scheme that she and Jeffrey Epstein were involved in, how Donald Trump was involved, and whether or not he committed any crimes himself, as did his many associates who are named in the Department of Justice files. Let us be clear that Donald Trump is not only named thousands of times in the latest release from the Department of Justice, he's named over 38,000 times in the files that were released 2 weeks ago alone. And we know that that only represents half of the files that the Department of Justice has in its possession, including files that were used for direct investigations of perpetrators, people who committed crimes, people who were co-conspirators in those crimes, and individuals who knew of those crimes.
Let's also hear from Democratic Congressmember Subramanian. Let's play it.
Just to reiterate, Ghislaine Maxwell should have no hope of ever getting out of prison. But today, she, through her lawyer, explicitly stated that she wants to be out of prison through a clemency that this president would grant. And she is campaigning over and over again to get that pardon from President Trump. And this president has not ruled it out. And so that is why she's continuing to not cooperate with our investigation. The reality is that she is a monster. She should be behind bars. She should stay there. She should answer our questions, but she is not willing to do so because she is looking for that pardon and looking to absolve any people related to this administration. So we will continue to call for this president to completely roll out a pardon.
Here's what Congressmember Walkinshaw has to say. Let's play this clip right here.
Ghislaine Maxwell is a monster. She facilitated, aided, and abetted Epstein's crimes, engaged in those crimes. She was the enforcer who threatened the victims and the survivors of those crimes. And today we looked into the eyes of that monster in the deposition. What we did not get were any substantive answers to the questions that were asked that would advance our investigation, to help us learn who were the other men involved in these crimes, to help us learn who were the others who knew about these crimes, to help us learn what exactly was said between Todd Blanche and Ghislaine Maxwell that led her to be transferred to a minimum security prison. What we did get was another episode in her long-running campaign for clemency from President Trump. And President Trump could end that today. He could rule out clemency for Ghislaine Maxwell, the monster. He could rule out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell, the monster. The question for all of us today is, why hasn't he done that, and why won't he do that?
Now, state regime media, which calls itself Fox, they want to move away from this conversation. So you have guests like Sage Steele. Again, they're spending their day attacking Bad Bunny. That's what they do. That should be talked about. They're just trying to divide us. Like, you see what they're trying to do here? We should be focusing on the fact that the Trump regime is covering up a child sex trafficking. They want us to be angry at each other over Bad Bunny's halftime performance, because that's a way to divide Americans. That's what this is all about. That's the hustle. Play this clip.
Said President Trump. So here's what Piers Morgan said. Couldn't disagree more, Mr. President. I absolutely loved Bad Bunny's halftime show. Amazing, best in Super Bowl history, ? Theater, choreography, great energy, very unifying message, he said. Oh, and Spanish is the first language for 50 million plus Americans, Sage. And guess what? It is not the first language of the United States of America. Unfortunately, President Trump had to make that be clear by signing an executive order a year ago. Like, that's comical. The only thing I agree with Piers there on is the creativity. I did think it was super creative, and those were actual people. I didn't know that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is a celebration of us and of our country. That does not mean we are racist. I see that out there all over social media. If you didn't like this, then you're racist. Just stop. Stop playing the race card. No, it is that it's being shoved down our throats. And I guarantee you, this wouldn't happen on a national stage in any other country where they intentionally bring someone in who is choosing to say, I don't care. I don't care about the demographic of what this is. So this isn't on Bad Bunny. This is on the NFL and who they choose to do business with, who are making these decisions. But it was intentional, and I love that Turning Point's going to keep doing what they're doing. Imagine, as Andrew said, having an entire year to plan for this. But it's unfortunate, because even if he was speaking and preaching peace and love, who knew? Not the demographic of football. These are 300 million people who didn't understand what was going on. We're waiting for
Just to recall what Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer said after today's hearing. David Oscar Marcus, Ghislaine's lawyer, says Ghislaine Maxwell invoked her constitutional right to silence this woman before James Comer and the House Oversight Committee. Here is the statement I gave to the committee explaining why. On my advice, Ghislaine Maxwell will respectfully invoke her Fifth Amendment right to silence and decline to answer questions today, even though she would very much like to answer your questions. If this committee and the American public truly want to hear the unfiltered truth about what happened, there is a straightforward path. Ms. Maxwell is prepared to fully and honestly speak if granted clemency by President Trump. Only she can provide the complete account. Some may not like what they hear, but the truth matters. For example, both President Trump and President Clinton are innocent of any wrongdoing. Ms. Maxwell alone can explain why, and the public is entitled to that explanation. Well, when Ro Khanna submitted questions to her today to explain if she ever gave underage girls to Donald Trump, she invoked her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. So why would that incriminate her? Why couldn't she talk about that today? You can all form your opinion. Finally, you have Trump's DOJ kicking into further high gear for their cover-up. and they are asking that all of the criminal charges against Steve Bannon for the obstruction of Congress, for his refusal to show up at the congressional January 6th hearings, be dismissed. So here's what the DOJ just filed. They want to help Steve Bannon erase his conviction for defying a subpoena from the January 6th committee. No career prosecutor signed this. It's just Jeanine Pirro, the Fox host, Donald Trump's friend, who's now the top prosecutor in Washington, D.C. Government's unopposed motion to dismiss indictment. Pursuant to Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 4A, the United States of America, by and through the United States Attorney for D.C., respectfully moves this court to dismiss with prejudice the above-captioned case against defendant Steve Bannon. The government has determined in its prosecutorial discretion that dismissal of this criminal case is in the interest of justice. Defendant Bannon does not oppose this motion. Of course he doesn't oppose this motion. But we know that Bannon is all over the Epstein files, speaking with Epstein, and talking about their plans to overthrow governments across the world. So, right after the Epstein files were released, Donald Trump posted photos of Steve Bannon, saying Bannon's being treated so unfairly, which we all said was a message to Bannon, and Trump still has Bannon's back. And here, in my opinion, Trump is now dismissing the charges against Bannon, where he was already found guilty, as a way to help Bannon, knowing that Bannon knows all of the stuff, and Trump doesn't want to get thrown under the bus by Bannon. So, just to give you an example of an email that's between Bannon and Epstein. Epstein writes to Bannon, "I didn't like Bolsonaro calling any association with you fake news. No, I understand. I'd prefer a Make Bannon Great Again ad." To which Bannon says, "Got to keep the Jair thing behind the scenes. My power comes from not having anyone defend me." They're referring to propping up Jair Bolsonaro, the MAGA candidate and president of Brazil, who's now the insurrectionist who was found guilty by Brazil's Supreme Court and has been thrown in jail for over 20 years. But in real time, while Jair Bolsonaro was taking power in Brazil, he was propped up by Bannon, who was working behind the scenes, and he was talking to Epstein about doing it. There's so many other emails like that between Bannon and Epstein, talking about helping each other and really impacting the global world order. And that obviously scares Donald Trump. And so Trump's now dismissing the charges against Bannon. If you're like, why is he dismissing the charges versus a pardon? Well, remember, during Trump's first term, he gave Bannon a pardon for the We Build the Wall scam and the charges that were brought against Bannon for diverting GoFundMe money to himself to build the wall. Remember that? But this right here involves the conduct in 2021, 2022, and 2023, obstructing the congressional subpoena. Bannon was still appealing to the Supreme Court, so technically it was still an active case. And so because it's an active case, they could just dismiss it, even though the Supreme Court hasn't ruled yet, so they don't even need to pardon. They're just dismissing the case despite the fact that Bannon was criminally convicted by a jury in federal court. So that's what's happening there, and obviously, at least in my opinion, that's part of the conversation. So let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.midastouch.com. All 100% USA Union made.
Make them all viewers with. Good boy. Good boy. Sorry, I'm gonna feel cool. And y'all gonna miss it. I missed that one.
In the late 90s.
3 minutes, 53.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a button app in Base 44. Guys, maybe I just built an app.
Oh no, I can't see him now. I'm trying to skip an ad.
That tech producer from Chicago, VA Atlanta,
No, cool.
become one of the most iconic, influential figures, not only in hip-hop, but fashion as well.
You know, I'm not going to argue with people that are broker than me about money.
Understood.
What happens in one manifests every goal set to the point. He will become so immune to the word no that he detects its bounds.
You're here to question, sir. You're here to what you mean I can't ask my lawyer questions? You crazy? You don't know who you're talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy.
Dragging his own legacy down a rabbit hole that not even MJ can get out.
I'm not going to say what race, what people adopted, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that.
This is the story of an artist that burned almost every bridge he built himself just to rebuild them again, until eventually his tools would take away.
Like they see, and with the team, they make their living killing our people, so how they gonna stand up?
Getting past every barrier placed in front of them, except the one placed himself.
Squares. You ain't think it was quarantine years ago. After he's died.
This is the cat story, Kanye.
You got chop in your rap. You got chop in your rap.
By 2022, Kanye had already won. He had the money, the family, the influence, and the creative freedom that artists spend their entire lives chasing. What you see here is the early stages of a man in the midst of an apology, attempting to undo the acts of previous Kanye. A man trying to gain everything back after losing everything that for others was unattainable.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues.
Hardly anyone could fathom in the late 90s that a scarcely known producer from Chi-Town, Kanye Omari West, will become hip-hop's biggest influence outside of Tupac. His Rockefeller deal was one of the first true signs of whatever Kanye wanted, that's what he got. Maybe it wasn't the Rockefeller valor that he was driving for, but maybe it was to get close to not only one of the greatest MCs of all time, but the richest, the corporate cat, Jay-Z, becoming one of the only things from the Rockefeller office hold with.
From DMX calling out Ja Rule for biting his old energy.
What's up with the Ja Rule shit, man? I mean, I know y'all been going back at it for a while.
Still out, and like, you know, for what it's worth, though, he thank me, son. Thank me. No, don't talk shit about me. Thank me.
To Eminem completely bulldozing someone's career like he always does.
Spotted out in the dunes. Brace for contact.
I think Kate stood up for everybody. When she went at him, I think M took it, in negative fashion. Like, oh, white kids coming at me? Poor white kids, and I ain't even gonna fuck with white kids.
Here are 6 times rappers confronted lyric thieves. Notorious B.I.G. versus Biggie versus Diddy. Starting off with the Notorious B.I.G. and a rapper from Mississippi who says history got it wrong. Mississippi rapper Notorious B.I.G. has been telling the same story for years. According to B.I.G., Sean Diddy Combs didn't just discover Biggie, he lifted or outright took pieces of B.I.G.'s identity and handed them over. B.I.G. was signed to Dragon Records in Gulfport, Mississippi back in 1993. That same year, he released a song titled Big Daddy on the album Mississippi Doughboys. The record sampled M-Toomey's Juicy Fruit, the same sample that would later become the backbone of one of the most iconic songs in hip-hop history. At the time, Dragon Records was shopping B1's demo to major labels, trying to land him a bigger deal. According to B1, one of those demo tapes ended up in the hands of Diddy, who was still finding his footing as a young executive. When Diddy allegedly heard the record, 2 things stood out: the name Notorious B.I.G. and the Juicy Fruit beat concept. Here's where the story takes a turn. At the time, Biggie Smalls couldn't legally use the name Biggie Smalls. It was already trademarked by a white artist, and legal pressure forced him to drop it. Biggie needed a new name. According to B1, the timing was too perfect to be a coincidence. Diddy had just heard a demo from a rapper calling himself Notorious B.I.G., rapping over a Juicy style beat. Not long after, the world was introduced to the Notorious B.I.G., and in 1994, Juicy dropped. B1's claim is simple. His name, his concept, his sound, repackaged and handed to Biggie. I want everybody to know the truth, B1 later said. I was the original, notorious Big One. But the story isn't that clean. Gene Deal, Biggie's longtime bodyguard and someone who was actually there, has publicly pushed back on the claims. Gene made it clear that Biggie had been known as Biggie Smalls as early as 1991, long before B1's record was released.
I don't think Big stole his name, because in 91, Big was known as Biggie Small. So I don't think Big stole his name. You understand? So I think that's far-fetched. There's probably was 100 big guys that was calling themselves Big This, Big That.
On the beat controversy, Gene also downplayed it. His stance was simple. Sampling doesn't belong to one artist. Two rappers can hear the same record, get inspired, and flip it in different ways. That's hip-hop. According to him, Biggie could have heard the beat anywhere, a club, a DJ set, or just great digging. Gene also made one thing very clear. Biggie didn't need to steal anything. He described Big as confident to the point of arrogance. In Gene's eyes, Big wouldn't have borrowed someone else's style or identity because he didn't believe he needed to.
Most artists, when they get tracks and everything, it comes from producers and people who makes the track. Somebody may have led him to flow, but Big was so arrogant. He's not gonna listen to somebody else's music and then try to rap like them.
The paperwork backs that up, sort of. Both Wikipedia and the source have documented Biggie using the name The Notorious B.I.G. as early as March 1992, which would predate B1's official release of Big Daddy. That timeline makes it harder to prove B1's claims outright. Still, B1 insists his demo was circulating in 1993 while labels were shopping it. No lawsuit was ever filed. DMX versus Ja Rule. Next up is DMX and Ja Rule, a friendship that turned hostile over sound, voice, and identity. When Ja Rule popped up in 1999 with Veni Veni Vici, hip-hop didn't need a think piece to notice what was going on. He sounded like DMX. Same growl, same vocal grit, same energy. And everyone noticed. Fans, rappers, execs, even DMX himself. By then, DMX had already shaken the game with its Dark and Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood in 1998. His sound was raw, unfiltered, and unmistakable. So when Ja came out with records like Holla Holla, people immediately assumed it was an X record. And DMX wasn't amused. In 1998, X dropped He Don't Give a F on his second album alongside Jadakiss and Styles P. Years later, Styles P confirmed the whole song was aimed at Ja Rule. Lines like "You used to be my dog, you was in my left, and I'll let you get too close and you bit me," were X calling Ja out for biting his whole style. Irv Gotti, Ja Rule's mentor and producer, later confirmed the tension on Drake shows. According to Irv, DMX was heated in the studio, complaining that Ja was copying his voice and delivery, and that people were confusing Ja's records for his own, and that confusion showed up in real life. During a Hard Knock live tour in 1999, DMX, Ja Rule, Memphis Bleek, and Lenny S. were riding together in Florida when they got pulled over by police. After things got tense, they ended up walking along the road. A fan pulled over and offered them a ride. DMX sat in the front, Ja sat in the back.
DMX, Ja Rule, Memphis Bleek, Lenny S. is on the side. No, we walking, we ain't sitting. See me like, oh my God. Sit by yourself, boom. In the car, them three in the back, I'm in the front.
The fan immediately started talking about a rapper who sounds like DMX, completely unaware Ja Rule was sitting right behind her. She went on and on, basically roasting Ja without meaning to. DMX cut her off and subtly pointed to the back seat, letting her know Ja was right there. Awkward doesn't even cover it. From that moment on, things were never the same.
She go in. Talk about Ja.
I guess that maybe that might have been his first time hearing it. Nobody gonna tell it to you. She thinks, well, the filter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's like, it looked like he aged in that moment.
DMX felt Ja was switching up, going Hollywood, acting distant and not showing love. X even mentioned a moment in an LA club where Ja wouldn't come over to say what's up. That's when DMX decided the relationship was done. In December 2000, on Funkmaster Flex's 60 Minutes of Funk Volume 4, DMX threw another jab on DU, basically saying Ja wasn't original and wouldn't last, pretending to be him. By 2002, the beef went public. After being asked about Ja in interview after interview, DMX finally snapped and called into Power 105.1, saying straight up that it was on. Ja responded shortly after on Hot 97, firing back with insults and dismissing DMX completely. Then came the infamous Chicago airport incident. Both artists ran into each other, and this time, it wasn't avoidable. Ja tried to confront X directly, asking why he had an issue. DMX wasn't interested in explanations. The argument got loud, aggressive, and tense. Later that night, DMX made a call to his Chicago street connections. When it was time for Ja Rule to leave the airport, 10 cars were waiting outside. Ja didn't have backup like that. The message was clear. DMX had the upper hand, and according to everyone involved, he chose not to take it further. He let Ja walk.
Where's Chicago? Kill him. He's in the lane game, yo. Wow. Top dog. Every time I get him, Chicago, 10 trucks.
The music, though, didn't stop. In late 2002, Ja Rule dropped The Last Temptation and took multiple shots at DMX across the album. A few months later, the Cradle to the Grave soundtrack dropped with Go to Sleep. DMX, Eminem, and Obi Trice unloading lyrical venom aimed squarely at Ja. Then came Ruled Out, a DJ K-Slay's Go Hard or Go Home mixtape. Another DMX diss, another warning shot. The back and forth dragged on for years until Irv Gotti finally stepped in and squashed the beef in 2006. Kendrick Lamar versus Draco the Ruler. Then there's Kendrick Lamar versus the legacy of Draco the Ruler. Draco the Ruler was one of the most distinctive voices to ever come out of Los Angeles, but in December 2021, Draco's life was cut short, leaving behind a legacy that fans felt was still unfinished. Fast forward 5 years later, in August 2025, Draco's father went on the No Jumper podcast and dropped a bombshell. According to him, Kendrick Lamar had stolen his son's flow and style on Kendrick's 2024 album, GNX. The tracks specifically called out were Hey Now and Peekaboo, which critics online claimed shared similar inflections and rhythmic patterns to Draco's signature delivery.
I heard this one song I'm like, hey, I didn't know if I was listening to a Draco song that I just didn't hear yet. I'm like, wait, that's Kendrick Lamar. He sounds just like... And that's when I knew right there, this guy, he sounds, the rhyme pattern, the syncopation, all of that was the same. The flow, everything was the same.
At first, the accusation sounded like another case of this rapper sounds like that rapper, but then an old clip resurfaced, and that's when things got spooky. Back in October 2021, just months before his death, Draco recorded a video where he seemed to predict the future. In it, he said, "It's going to be some special tape that's going to come out with all the LA rappers, right? Everyone's going to be on that album except Draco and the Sting team, and Mustard gonna produce it." At this time, it sounded like classic Draco paranoia, but when Kendrick dropped GNX in 2024, produced by Mustard, packed with nearly every major West Coast rapper and completely excluding the Sting team, that prediction suddenly felt way too accurate. That moment is what pushed Draco's father to speak up. He didn't outright call Kendrick a thief, but he strongly implied that Kendrick borrowed heavily from Draco's sound without acknowledging where it came from.
He sounds, the rhyme pattern, the syncopation, all of that was the same. The flow, everything was the same. Now, as far as him giving him the props, maybe it was a politic thing.
But not long after, the tone shifted. By November 2024, Draco's father posted on social media, walking back some of the smoke. He wrote, "I ain't gonna lie, this new tape is K-Dot, not Kendrick or Kenny. He came K-Dot on that tape and he got some trophies on there. He still wished Kendrick had acknowledged Draco, but he also made it clear he respected the project." That's where the debate really heated up. Hip-hop analysts and longtime West Coast fans pushed back hard on the idea that Kendrick bit Draco. Their argument was simple. Kendrick was using West Coast inflections long before Draco ever blew up. People pointed to E40, the Bay Area legend, as the true originator of that staccato, syncopated delivery. Others mentioned Too Short, Problem, and a whole lineage of California rappers were playing with that cadence decades earlier, and that became the core counter-argument. You can't steal something that existed before you. Another wrinkle in the story was where the accusation came from. No Jumper, run by Adam22, has a long history of pushing narratives that paint Kendrick negatively, especially during Kendrick's 2024 feud with Drake.
Just busted a
So when
nut.
Adam suddenly put Draco's father on air to make this claim, people questioned the intent.
I don't know what to say, brother. Congratulations. I don't know. I hope it was a girl in the vicinity
The
somewhere.
feeling from post nut you feel.
As a generational superstar.
I hope it was a female in the area, man. That's all I can say.
Using a dead rapper's name. At the end of the day, GNX was framed as a love letter to the West Coast, a project meant to honor E40, Tupac, Bay Area culture, and California rap history as a whole. 50 Cent, In the Club Theft Lawsuit. Next up is the courtroom version of Lyric Theft. In the Club is one of those songs that feels like it's always existed, but in January 2006, someone tried to argue that it didn't belong to 50 Cent at all. That month, attorney Richard C. Wolf filed a copyright infringement lawsuit against Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, claiming that the iconic opening line of In the Club was stolen from the 1994 Luther Campbell song titled It's Your Birthday. Luther Campbell, the founder of 2 Live Crew, was no stranger to controversy. His 1994 record included the chant, "Go Sheila, it's your birthday, it's your birthday." The opening line, of course, went, "Go Shorty, it's your birthday. Don't party like it's your birthday."
You mean she was on my phone screen at if that counts?
Today it count. Yeah, we'll let it count today.
Original. In his words, it's the melody, it's the pace, the style, everything about that one line.
But you know, females might be wiser, man. That's a man's secret. It only counts to us. It don't count to them.
Aiming straight at one of the
If
biggest
I had
songs in
one near
hip-hop
me, I
history.
would smash
But
her.
50 Cent's legal team came prepared. Their argument was simple.
That's
It's your birthday.
that's generally the mission, man.
Phrase has been used for years in hip-hop culture, in clubs, jams, and even Usenet forums before Luther Campbell
Oh no, dude, the problem, I ain't gonna lie.
countless rappers had used variations of the birthday line
Dude,
without ever being
can
sued.
fight.
The phrase, they argued, was public domain hip-hop vernacular, not copyrighted material. The judge agreed. On October 27, 2006, U.S. District Judge Paul C. Huck threw the entire case out. His ruling stated that the line was a common...
So why are you on YouTube, my nigga? I would have been asleep, man. I thought that was the mission, was to go to sleep.
Could conclude that the compositions
I
were
took my
substantially
goldfish on a walk and it
outside of
died.
the 11-second opening phrase.
Hell
the judge
yeah.
noted,
My girl about to buy a puppy and shit. I'll probably take it for a walk for a minute.
Luther Campbell himself publicly
Bro, you
distanced
kicking
himself
me?
from the lawsuit. He made it clear that he wasn't behind it at all, saying, "Let the record reflect that
I
Joe
wanted to throw my
Weinberger
sword
and
at that
Richard
nigga
Wolf
for
are the
kicking me.
individuals suing 50 Cent."
But yeah, it's hard to walk goldfish because every time I walk mine, it can't breathe and shit. And when I drag the ball, it break and the water spill.
Neither me or
And I can't really find no leash or nothing. I could use a shoestring, but if I tie it too tight, I think I'm choking him. And when I take him out the water, he be acting all funny, like he not used to it, or like he can't function or something.
On the thing.
You
might miss the mouth on the fish. Yeah, I don't know, bro. You might be in the wrong chat, man.
Next up is an underground accusation that turned into a career-ending mismatch.
I thought only the white boys talk that weird homo shit on the Xbox and the PlayStation.
Person noticed him immediately.
All that clapped his ass. All that gay shit.
Hip-hop circles. He came out of New York's horrorcore scene, had credibility with indie labels, and was known for his dark, unfiltered style.
Kinda real niggas over here.
He saw imitation. Cage publicly accused Eminem of copying his style. His rhyme
To be honest, I'm probably homophobic. I don't want to be around them. I don't want to be associated with them. I don't even want nobody to think I'm gay. I don't want no gay friends. I don't want no gay son. I don't want no gay relatives.
His view, Slim Shady was a watered-down
I
version
don't
of
even talk to my gay relatives. Except for the females.
Stretch Armstrong and Bobito radio show, Eminem freestyled. I'll write a rhyme a day, so it's no wonder how come your whole album is sounding like a bunch of ish that I would say.
I don't like zesty people. I don't like feminine niggas. I don't like the weird homosexual jokes you making. I don't like all the gay comments on Xbox parties and shit. But don't nobody care what I like, man. I'm just talking.
Cage fired back with
The only homosexual shit that I will approve of is if you tell a nigga to go suck a dick or something. I'll accept that.
When in the same building on the street, lift you off your feet. The illest
but don't let a nigga say shit.
Your system sagging, biting my ish, and I'm laughing. You'll see you need
I just got the PS5. I play Xbox. I play Xbox. My wife bought the PlayStation, so I just started using it.
This was Eminem basically saying Cage's music.
That's why my rank is so low.
By this time, the balance of power
and I don't got all the weapons unlocked.
He was a mainstream star on the album.
And bro, if you really black, bro, you know everything is gay, bro. You know that. We can't dance, that's gay. We can't smile, that's gay. We can't be nice, that's gay. We can't share clothes, that's gay. We don't give each other compliments, that's gay as fuck. You know, we don't do everything gay, bro. We don't do nothing.
The gap between them was massive. Eminem was selling.
We don't sleep in the same rooms with the homie. We don't eat the same food as the homie. I don't even like hitting the blunt after the homie. Matter of fact, niggas don't do nothing for the homie, man. You ain't hear a pimp named Slickback? Niggas don't do nothing for the homie. Matter of fact, niggas don't even stick together. I don't even know how you in here. Niggas don't support each other. The fuck? It's probably irking your soul to be in here helping a nigga out. You know we don't fuck with each other, man. We kill each other in this motherfucker, man.
Built for Cuban links, better known as the purple tape. Today it's considered.
You can't watch anime, that shit gay. Niggas got made fun of for watching Dragon Ball Z. Niggas couldn't watch Powerpuff Girls, that shit gay. Niggas can't watch cartoons, that shit gay. Niggas can't watch romantic movies. Niggas can't even talk to girls on the phone, bro. Niggas think that shit gay. You cupcaking, bro. You out there caking with them bitches, bro. Like, nigga, we don't do nothing, bro. We spend our whole life walking on eggshells, making sure niggas know that we a grown-ass man and we not no five. Can't wear no tight clothes, no skinny jeans.
Damn, that's crazy and that shit having one-on-one convo with a dude on it.
Hey, as long as you experience something, it's life, bro. Life is just a bunch of experiences, man. Just be happy if you experience something new, and you ain't gotta keep experiencing the same shit all the time.
Fighting wasn't just frowned upon; it was considered one of the worst crimes.
Hey, don't kill me. No, don't kill me.
His face went off in the fighter's skin. The message was loud.
And he did.
Names. It's essentially questioning how the new king of New York got his crown. Biggie didn't respond right away, but in 1997, on Life After Death, he dropped Kick in the Door. Instead of directly defending himself, Biggie went on the offensive. He dissed nearly everyone in New York. Nas, Jero the Damager, Raekwon, Ghostface, Big L, and more. He even mocked Ghostface directly.
I don't know. I got a cult following, so my people always watch my videos, but sometimes I get extra views from YouTube and shit. But I got a pretty decent following on Twitter or whatever and Facebook. And I started a non-profit and I started a membership-based community organization, you know. So I got like people who just fuck with me, period. So they watch my videos and shit like that. But yeah, it's pretty low. I only got 200 subscribers. I probably get all 200 subscribers to watch every video though. Like I get 200 views probably.
They talked clearly.
Not on the live stream or not on the long form, But like on a short or something, you know, niggas' attention span too short.
Ghostface approached Biggie,
But I started a religion. I started a nonprofit. I started a community garden. So like I got followers who message me and ask me for prayer and advice, and I teach people about politics and religion and shit. So I got a little circle, man. So I really don't trip if my view count low, because I know that you know what I'm saying. I know the people that's listening, man.
I mean, we be on lanes together, and you know, at that time,
I only gotta reach like one person, and that person might be the next Malcolm X or the next Tupac, and he might reach 100 million people or something.
I'm sorry, B. Me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't mean like that or whatever. But whatever I was thinking at 25, it was sweet.
Think you've got the skills to survive Obby? Jump, dodge, and race through wild mini-games packed with tricky obstacles and crazy
WTF
challenges.
you got in the background?
Team up with friends or crush the competition.
I be trying to play videos in the background, because I be in here by myself pretty much. So I don't just talk to myself or nothing unless I'm role playing or I'm like really into the game and I'm screaming like a crackhead, like oh shit, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes I'll just play some music or a little video on my laptop, something that we can listen to while I play the game and shit. And then if I get a little comment, I got it where it'll play them out loud, like it'll read them out loud in a little AI voice, so I can hear what everybody's saying without having to look at the chat. And then I'll comment when you say something, you know, talk to me, man, I'll talk back.
I feel that.
But I'll just be playing a little shit for, you know, some little shit we can listen to while we play the game. You know, maybe niggas will vibe out, maybe niggas might learn something. Niggas might feel better, you know. Daydream a little bit, get out the fucked up matrix, hop in their imagination or something. Yeah. Right now, I only been playing like 4 games. Chivalry2 and more hell, they like the same game. But then I played 2K26 and GTA too, so I was playing Roblox heavy, just different Roblox games and shit. You get hella views playing Roblox, but they all kids, and I kind of don't want to be preaching to kids and shit. Man, they might as well stay happy and pretend the world's sunshine and rainbows for a couple more years before they get smacked in the mouth with reality. So I started playing some more mature games and shit. I started noticing all my comments was like poor grammar, poorly spelled, just like a 3-year-old trying to be a KKK member, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell it's a kid trying to pretend he a racist and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm attracting the wrong demographic playing Roblox, man.
Let's talk about that though, man. Now you say you
all the little angry white kids crying and shit get irritated. Especially since I'm grown and my parents ain't poor, so I could buy shit. So I get on the game, I could buy whatever I want, and then they in there crying because they getting their ass whooped. And technically it ain't fair, you know. I paid to win, but it's the way the game works, so I didn't feel sorry. But then they kids, but then the other side of my brain is like, just because they play Roblox don't mean they a kid. I don't like being in conflict with myself, so I'd rather not play. Cause like, I didn't even want to add nobody. I had 0 friends, but I had like 200 friend requests. And then probably because I'm on the top of the leaderboard at every fucking game. But I didn't accept nobody, but then I started accepting people. Then once I accepted people, I had to accept everybody because you can't accept fucking young girls and not accept young boys, and you can't accept young boys and not accept young girls because then you look like a creep, man. So then I accepted everybody. But then when you accept everybody, the little weirdos that's butthurt from getting beaten one game, they follow you to every fucking game. So now everybody know when I'm online, what game I'm playing. They could just hop into the same server as me because we friends. So now all the people I be bullying and killing in other games, they hop on every game I'm on and try to ruin my day, fumble me and show me they better than me or something. And I just get tired of all my fucking enemies knowing when I'm online and coming to fucking get me and shit. Like, so I was like, fuck it, I quit playing Roblox.
Scott Storch wrote the melody, so theorists ask if Storch wrote the music and Jay-Z
I was thinking about playing State of Decay 2, the zombie game, because that's my shit, but apparently it's only an Xbox game, they don't got it on PlayStation.
Masterpiece of his production. So why do people believe all this? Because it fits the pattern of what happened at Death Row. The label was built on intimidation, secrecy, and power. It was a place where credit wasn't given based on contribution, but on who could afford to claim it. And the theory keeps coming back because it keeps repeating.
Yeah, this video I'm playing is boring as shit, though. I ain't gonna tell you.
But it's largely vanished into the spotlight. It's the recent lawsuit.
I don't think they're gonna be able to take this gatehouse, man. They're not pushing hard enough. I'm walking around with no pausing. What did you say with that? Oh, shit.
Video games have come a long way. We went from
People going crazy think they found the code word for human meat.
Utah would be dope to stream. I just joined Carmeet's Talk Shit and Grief.
Carmeet's Talk Shit and Grief. I don't know how you talk shit on GTA unless you like messaging people straight through their Xbox account. I don't know.
Fun as hell.
I don't know if GTA got a chat, do it? A voice chat? And as far as car meets, I play in public lobby, so I don't know. You do a car meet, you liable to have everybody's shit get blown up by a oppressor, man. Every car meet I went to got blown up. I don't even go no more. Like when I see a car meet, I just go off the radar. I call Amani. Hell yeah. I go off the radar, call Amani, and then I just sit there and watch the car meet until somebody come blow it up. And then I attack the weirdo that come blow it up. I try to get him before he blow it up, but most of the time that shit on, he blow that shit up. I don't know, when I get on GTA, I try to get money, and then the pride I get out of GTA is playing in public lobbies, so, you know what I'm saying, I do all my sale missions, all my Dr. Dre contracts, all my KL Perico. I do everything in a public lobby because to me, that's what make you the man, being able to do whatever you want in a public lobby and can't nobody stop me. So that's what I do. I feel like it's weak to go to a private lobby, get a bunch of money, and then go to a public lobby and try to kill people with the shit you just bought. And then when you die, go back to a fucking private lobby and try to buy something else. So, I don't know, that's just how I play. I just try to play regular, but I play it in a public lobby. I don't bother nobody. I just try to get money, and if they bother me, I torture them until they leave the lobby. I use the RC tank. I got everything on that game. The RC tank, the
I already
Avenger.
have everything I do replay Gitch.
You said you got everything. Yeah, I don't like doing glitches, bro. Take the fun out of it. Like, when I first got on GTA 5, I joined this crew. They was modders and shit. And they gave me hella bread. And I had everything on the game, and it made me not even want to play. And then GTA took everything I had back and gave me like $40 million or something. Like, I log on the game, all my cards, everything gone, but my bank account fat. Like, they had gave me back some money or something. And I had to buy some of the shit over. And then I started playing for real, and it was more fun playing like that when I had to build back up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing then when I had everything. So I don't like doing glitches and shit. I kind of like working for this shit. It make it like more worth it when I could drive the car after I grinded for the money, or I at least sold another car to get it, because then you sacrifice your time or your other car, then it means something to you instead of just cheating and riding it and shit. But I used to watch these videos on YouTube where this, I forgot dude's name, bro. My bad, dude, whoever you are. But he used to ride around saving noobs and fighting griefers, and he had a little crew with him. They dressed in all black. I forgot his name, the commander or some shit. And I was playing like him for a minute, and I had painted every car black. I had got that black and white glow in the dark suit, and I had changed my crew emblem to like a police badge, and I just went around playing Batman, basically saving noobs and killing griefers and helping niggas do cell missions, because I already had everything and I'll be getting bored, so I just went around trying to be the good guy. And I kind of got tired of it, and I just started murdering everybody. I turned into the fucking villain and shit. And now I just be chilling, getting money. Niggas don't really mess with me because I spawn in the hangar, and the first thing they see me fly out in is a pyro or a jet or something. And then when I blow that up and crash trying to land, they see me hopping the oppressor. Then they see me hopping the Torador, this and that.
Casino glitch fun Asland. It just makes our setup stay the same instead of having to do them over and over.
Oh, you talking about that one? Yeah, I don't do that one either, but that one do sound good, bro. Cause doing them casino setups is ass by yourself, bro. Especially the Duggan shipments or something. But I bought that thruster, that jetpack, so it make it easier to fly around the map, because I could use my heat vision, and then I could just go kill all the shipments. But I had two people that played, like, every time I got on, they'd get on, so it was 3 of us all the time, and I had the Avenger and the sub and the helicopter, and we used to just go crazy. One person in the back of the Avenger on the tours, one person in the mobile operations center. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopping in the jetpack in the back of the Avenger, going to the ground, hopping in my remote control tank, in my remote control personal car. I got the Buffalo STX with the Omani shit. I got it with the remote control, so if my tank is already used up, I can hurry up and hop in that one. Then I got the mission set up in the facility and at the house, so whenever I get into trouble, I could just accept the call from Lester and fast travel to the house or the facility. And I got the orbital cannon and the strike team and shit. Like, it's a million ways to kill niggas on there. Like, sometimes I play, niggas don't even see me at all on the radar. Like, as soon as I spawn in, I get in the jet or the glider. Both of them have me off the radar. Then I go to the facility or something, kill niggas on the way. Then when I get to the facility, send a strike team at a random person or something, grab some ammo and shit. And I'll hop in the Avenger, put that in stealth mode, call Amani, have a stealth mode in the area, hop out the Avenger, call a little thruster or something, go off the radar with Lester. Then I get to the city before my time run out. I'll be around the beach or the pier. And then I'll put in that the ghost organization through the CEO. And then I hop in the fucking submarine and be sending guided missiles while I'm in the ghost mode, ghost organization. Then I hop out that motherfucker and get in the terabyte, and it got fucking off the radar as long as it's not moving. And then I hop in the remote control tank and shit, kill niggas, and then they blow that up. I hop in the remote control car, kill niggas, and I've been playing for 30 minutes. I ain't never been on the radar one time. Sometimes I'll just call Amani at the sub. Now they don't know where the sub at. I'm off the radar. I'm just launching guided missiles at motherfuckers. And when they find me, I just fast travel to the whole other side of the map and do it all.
This is not my fate.
It's hella little tricks you could do, man. Like, niggas would never kill me for real. I don't fight fair either. It ain't like I'm just dogging niggas. I just don't fight. I just disappear. Matter of fact, when you do missions and they make you dress up as the mailman or the construction worker, I go back home and I save the outfit. So now whenever I go off the radar, I put on the post-op outfit and I walk right down the street like people be doing hold your ground missions. I switch to the construction uniform, the police uniform, the post office worker. I got like 4 NPC costumes saved and shit. Switch to that, go off the radar. They'll let you walk right past them, bro. Like, and then I'll smoke a cigarette so I really look like an NPC. And then I'll just get real close and kill them. Like, them are some of my favorite kills, them NPC kills. Because it's like, nigga, you didn't see me standing right here. They'll see you and they're like, oh, that's a construction worker. Oh, that's a post office. Da, da, da. And then you can get the free kills, especially if you go off the radar with Amani, then you got all the time in the world to get up close on the nigga. And then when I kill him, then I'm back on the radar, then I can hop in the RC tank or something. But yeah, I just be torturing niggas. I got the thermal helmet on some of my outfits. Got the thermal scope on the sniper. I done unlocked every attachment in the bunker. I didn't even do the research. I just paid for them and shit. I just kept doing KOs. And that Dr. Dre, when it was double money on the Dre contract and they was giving $2 million, I ran that bitch like 4 times a day. Nah, probably like once, and then I might start it again for the next day. Like once, 1.5, maybe.
This my favorite way to grief, rolling on the floor laughing.
What, the NPC grief? That shit is fun, bro, I'm telling you. I'll walk right up on them smoking a cigarette. They be standing right next to me and not know who I am. That shit is fun. Oh, and I got the drones and shit. So when niggas be hiding around corners and trying to shoot rocket launchers at me and shit, I'll hide behind the corner and send a couple rockets at him, make him think we about to have a stupid-ass corner rocket fight, and then I'll call the drone and just go tase him and blow him up and shit. That shit cool. And then I could call the Terabyte, because it got the drone station in there, too. I like them drones. Especially when it's multiple people trying to kill me and shit. I could call the Terabyte, and I could just, like, hop on the missile station and blow up their helicopters or cars, and then I could hop in the drone and kill the person, and I could hop back on the other station and shoot missiles at the cars and hop on the drone and blow up the people. Cause it's always a person creeping trying to hit the truck with an EMP or something, and it's always an oppressor flying around above you and shit. I don't know, I think my favorite way to grief is to get the Avenger and fly up over Los Santos Customs. Nah, NPC is definitely my favorite way to grief, but this is a cool one too. I get an Avenger and fly over to Los Santos Customs, and then I go into autopilot, so now I'm off the radar, and then I'll just sit there and get on the turrets in the back. And I'll just fucking just destroy shit, bro. Anybody come get their car fixed, anybody driving by, anybody going to that thing where you deliver the pharmaceuticals and that new car they added, anything near that area, bro, blowing it up. And then if ain't nobody over there, sometimes I'll hop out because y'all got the thruster in the back. and I go down to the ground on the jetpack. And then now they can see me on the radar. You know, the people try to come get me. I fly back up to that motherfucker so I can blow niggas up and shit. And then once they know where I'm at, everybody coming. So then I can just try to hit everybody. I got the guns on the top and the bottom, but I act like I only got the ones at the bottom. So when the oppressors come, they try to land on the top and get cocky and start walking on the top of my shit. Then I switch to the gun on the top. Fuck their ass up. I did that shit just yesterday. I should post the video. This nigga landed his oppressor on the back of my Avenger and was walking around trying to pull out his rocket launcher or something stupid. I don't know what he was doing. He could have just blew it up in the oppressor, but I fucking switched to the gun on the top and blew his ass up. Like, I be getting messages and shit. Get out the helicopter. Get out the tank. Get out the facility. Like, bro, you want me to stop using shit that I paid for to make the game easier for you so you can have more fun? And then you gonna feel like a man if you beat me? So you gonna make me play at a disadvantage, and then if you beat me, you gonna brag about it. Like, to me, that's weird. That's like asking a nigga, tie your hand behind your back, I bet I'll beat you up. Like, nigga, duh. You just took my favorite weapon, nigga. Dumbass dummy. I used to put their messages in the video when I kill them and shit, but I felt like that was kind of petty, so I stopped doing it. So I used to put the messages in there in the video. Like, if you look at some of my old videos, it'll be like somebody messaging me talking about 1-0, and then the next clip would be me blowing them up with the fucking orbital cannon talking about 1-1. Then it'll be a message, talking about leave the facility. Then it'll be a message of me killing them with the strike team going, no, like, just like showing the progression of us fighting each other and shit. But I felt like that was lame because anybody could mix the clips up and make it look a certain way.
I had to stop.
You got banned from GTA for what? Oh, messing with people bad shit? I ain't never got banned for nothing except for life. Got banned from life once. I don't know, I ain't never got banned. I got put in a bad sport lobby. That shit ass, bro. All these people act like they tough on GTA. There ain't none of you niggas in a bad sport lobby, man. When I got to the bad sport lobby, bro, it was 4 people online. Every time I get on, bro, 2 people in the lobby, 4 people in the lobby. And they be peaceful as hell, bro. Everybody act like bad sport. Niggas is thugs, bro. Them niggas don't want to fight, bro. Them niggas is trying not to kill you so they can get out of bad sport.
Kind of pussyfo and it's hella money.
Cannon? Oh, the orbital cannon kind of pussy and it's hella money. Yeah, but alright. Let me dispel some myths about the orbital cannon. For one, in order to buy the facility, it costs a lot of fucking money. So we gonna have to get them niggas they prosper getting that fucking money, man. We not gonna act like it didn't cost no money to get a facility. Then it costs hella money just to buy the orbital cannon, even if the nigga never used it. So he had to grind, bro. It ain't like that nigga just woke up and got that shit like noobs can hit you with an orbital cannon. You know what I'm saying? And then it's $750,000 per shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Other niggas gotta spend an hour doing missions to make that much money. He spent that money to kill you in 1 second, bro. You know, sound like that nigga a baller. Sound like that nigga rich as fuck to me. Sound like if he want a nigga dead, he gonna make sure that nigga die. Them sound like good qualities though. You know what I'm saying? And then when I use the orbital cannon, I only use it on tryhards, bro. Niggas who's in jets with fucking heat vision and shit, or they all off the radar, then they pop on and they could, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody that's killing me, like, I'm trying to think of a time I only used the orbital cannon on the best players, bro. And it's not like I can't kill him. Sometimes it's kind of like I'm just trying to get money. He keep bothering me. Okay, I accept Lester's call, get travel to the facility, blow him up with the orbital cannon. He get butthurt, quit the lobby, and now I could go finish getting money. Or I'm fighting some dude, and it's like a crazy ass fight, bro. If I go to the submarine, he blow it up before I could get in the chair. Or if I do this, like he keep countering. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or if he in a jet and he off the radar and I can't find him, I'm gonna just use the orbital cannon to get the nigga out his jet, and then I'm gonna come see that nigga face to face. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just another tool, bro. Like this game I'm playing, everybody hate archers because you could stay in the back, you could shoot people, you ain't gotta worry about aiming, you could hit anybody, your teammates, and then can't nobody really kill you because your team is spawning behind you and they gonna protect you, so nobody can make it back there to hit you, and you just shooting them, getting free kills. So everybody think archers is bitches, but nigga, I would never want to play on a team that didn't have no archers, bro. We all fighting in the fucking front lines and we don't got no archers, bro. Like, if I was an archer, I could stand right here and shoot arrows in that crowd. And when they start seeing projectiles fly in that crowd, bro, niggas is gonna move. You know what I'm saying? So if they whole team is standing here and we fighting and trying to get through, bro, one archer could send some arrows in the crowd, bro. Them niggas is going to disperse, bro, and then we could get through. Like, I see the value in an archer, bro. I ain't gonna be a fucking lame. Everything, it's a time and place for everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm about to switch to archer and show you what the fuck I'm talking about. Everybody act like archers is just useless and a waste of space and they cowards and shit. But I don't play like a regular archer. Like, my team spawn here. A regular archer would stay back here and try to hit people. And then if somebody come to kill me, my team spawning behind me, they could never kill me. But I go to the front and I go right here and I'll try to help my team. You know what I'm saying? And fuck, I'm using my way. But I'll try to like hit niggas in between like that. So now I got two people fighting one person. You could tell that one person is good because my team is struggling with it. So I shoot them. And even if I miss, now he worried about me too. So he gotta fight them and think about the archer that's throwing arrows at him. And then I can help my team push and I can help shitty people beat people that's better than me. So now they got an archer with them that's like a little backup, like a little assassin, you know what I'm saying? They fighting, I get one or two shots in, I got the other dude scared, he can't play right, he thinking about me, he trying to avoid arrows.
You're playing medieval games crazy.
And so then they start jumping and trying to dodge and shit. Say, yeah, nigga, playing medieval games. Bro, the way America going, we about to have to, nigga. They about to drop an EMP on this bitch. We ain't gonna have no lights, camera, or action. Ain't gonna be no internet, no gas. So, nigga, if you don't know how to start a fire with sticks and you don't know how to kill a nigga with a sword, you might be useless to the family, bro. You better get up on some medieval games, play some zombie games, get you a fucking survival handbook, buy you a goddamn gun, start filling up some water jugs and shit, stop playing with yourself. You keep depending on these motherfuckers like they care about us and shit. But yeah, this how I play archery, bro. I try to help out. I give them a mix. I pop a couple people, you know what I'm saying? And my team actually helped me up because I'm actually a help. Any other archer, they would have just kept kicking that nigga like, bro, quit the game. Like, you can look up videos on YouTube, just type in how to treat an archer on Chivalry. Niggas will show you if they don't treat me like that. If they see how I play, I don't be running, I don't stay in the back, I'm right here in that nigga's face. I'll smack him with this bitch before I run from that nigga. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So my team is like, God damn, that archer is savage, boy. You ain't even switching to a sword. He ain't running. Nigga, I thought. And they're trying to motivate your team because they think these niggas is good. And they think archers is shitty. So if they see an archer fighting a nigga with a whole sword, smacking him with the bow, dodging, shooting, jumping, they like, oh, maybe I could do it too. That nigga ain't that good. If the archer could do it, I could do it. And you can motivate your team and like, just be a help type shit, you know what I'm saying? All about me. All I gotta do is make my team think they could beat these niggas, and then I can just stand here and watch it happen. Once they motivated and shit, they think I got their back. They're like, oh yeah, the archer back there, he gonna pop a nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not an arrows and shit. I'm just a regular nigga, man. But if I had an arrow, I could have popped 10, pop 10, pop 10, pop 10. All them niggas would have been backing up. They would have been scooped with an arrow. And we could have pushed easier than, you know what I'm saying? And after I torture niggas with the bow, sometimes I switch to this javelin. Because you could fight with it. You could stab and shit. So I don't got to switch to no sword. And then I switch to this, where the throwing knives and you got a knife. So it's like I done conditioned them to be scared of the archer. Then I switched to the javelin, so now they looking for the archer, but they get hit by a javelin. So in their mind, it's an archer and a javelineer out here acting crazy. And then I'll switch. Look, he commended me and shit like, damn, that archer different. Look, I'll just be on it. Throw arrow, smack, dodge. Nigga, other archers don't do that, bro. They would have been way the fuck back here. And then I'll switch to the ambusher where he got the throwing knives and shit. Cause he started out with a sword in one hand and throwing knives in the other. So I could still do range, but I'm fighting more and more as I switch. You know what I'm saying? And by the time I get to the ambusher, I'm on their ass. I'm basically just a knight that can throw shit. So I can fight regularly. If you back up, I can hit you with something. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your bitch ass. I call it assembly archers, bro. Like my chat, my subscribers, I call them the assembly. So archers that learn how to play like me, like a soldier instead of a bitch, I call them assembly archers.
We are nearly there. Keep pushing that ram. It is the key to the kingdom.
This one right here, crazy. Like you see how I just dropped in with the throwing knife. And then I could fight this nigga without having to run because I got a bow in my hand or having to try to hurry up this shit. You keep thinking, bro, you a bitch. So I ain't, like, when I switch to that, I can still get the range kills and help my team. Like, dude struggling with him. Try to, you know what I'm saying, help him now. And then he's struggling, I can try to help him now. You know what I'm saying, without having to get too close and get all in the fight. I could just drop a nigga. So now them two niggas ain't dead. Cause that nigga probably was better than them. He was probably gonna kill both of them. But now that nigga dead. So now I got 4 niggas with me. And then if I could hurry up and kill this nigga before he killed one of my shitty teammates, then I'll have, you know what I'm saying, 5 niggas with me. Instead of just keep losing teammates as we go, I could just help them niggas in their fights. And now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's 5 niggas made it, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just watching them niggas die in front of me and shit, and I can't do nothing because I just got a sword, I could just throw that motherfucker and help a nigga out. I did not record none of this shit for YouTube tomorrow. YouTube sure it's gonna be dry in the morning. Unless I do some more spectacular shit. But those are some nice ass photos, man. Taking back. I should stab him. I should have stabbed him instead of throwing it. I know that stab, bro, you get extra damage. Like if I use a dagger, and then if you stab him in the back with the special like that.
What time is it for you?
Get a fuck niggas up. It is the time that it is for me is no time. I don't believe in time, and the minute you do believe in time, you start to age and shit. That's why I'm so young in heart. But your time is 6:07 a.m. In my mind, it's still 2005. I don't age. And as long as you think in your mind it's 2005, then your body cells is gonna act like it's 2005. Like, you ever think about something sad or scary, and then you get sad or scared, but ain't shit happening to you? Your body don't know that. All it knows is what your brain going through. And my brain telling it it's 2005. That's all my body know.
Boy, if you don't shut yo retired ass up rolling on the floor laughing.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. You might want to leave, man. You keep listening to me, man. A spaceship might fly over your house and shit. Like, boy, this nigga woke up. He enlightened. You know what I'm saying? You might get a couple little visits or something.
The reclamation of Mongoose.
I'm telling you, bro. It's so it is above, so is it below, bro. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Everything worked the same as everything else, bro. Life is the same as this video game. I put in inputs, I get outputs. I push certain buttons and certain shit happen. I just be trying to show niggas how to make certain shit happen, bro. I get to sit at home all day, smoke weed, got 2 beautiful kids, got a wife I can smash whenever, play games all day, get high all day, I eat what I want when I want. You know what I'm saying? My life perfect, bro. I spoke it to existence, bro. Everything I ever said came true, bro. I told niggas I'm gonna be at home, bro. When I grow up, I'm gonna be playing the game all day, getting high, bro. I ain't gonna never have to go outside. I ain't fucking with nobody, and this shit came true, bro. I told niggas I wasn't gonna have no kids until I got married, nigga, and I was gonna have a boy. He's gonna be big and strong, and I was gonna have a girl, and that shit came true, bro. My son literally top 1 percentile in height and weight. My daughter, beautiful, quiet. You don't hear none of them in the background. They chilling. You know what I'm saying? My wife at work. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Life is a beautiful struggle, bro. And I just be trying to show niggas the ropes, man. You know, I teach people critical thinking and how to read people, certain little philosophical shit. You know what I'm saying? Certain ways to look at shit.
No outside, no fishing.
No outside, no fishing. I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I used to fish like a motherfucker. That is my shit. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't never took my son yet. I ain't been fishing since he been born. Nah, I haven't, bro. And now you make me think I should go. It's nothing wrong with going outside and fishing, bro. When I say outside, bro, I'm a hood nigga, bro. When I say outside, bro, I'm talking about the inner city where we live at. You know, ain't nothing out there in the club, in the hood, at the basketball court. Ain't nothing out there. But my son, he almost 4 now. My daughter, she almost 1. He was born on Halloween and she was born on Christmas Eve. I just killed my fucking teammate. That's one thing I do hate doing. I don't mind hitting a teammate because you don't do that much damage. But killing a nigga, that's horrible. No, I just don't go outside, bro, because man, I'm different, bro. I look too deeply into everything, bro. I judge everything, bro. How slow a nigga answered, how fast he answered, how high his lip went up when he answered, if his lip went up, why it didn't go up, why it did go up, why the nigga voice was so deep when he said it, why he say it like that, why he used them words, why he blinked before or after, why he didn't blink, why he look away. I process everything, bro. So I try not to be out there because I gotta look at everything. Like, you can't even give me no money, bro. I'm gonna be like, for what? You know what I'm saying? What you wanna give me some money for? Like, I'm gonna ask why. Like, I don't trust nothing, bro. One nigga might give you $1 just to give it to you. One nigga might give it to you because he wanna.
You should go fishing,
hold it
Dad.
over your fucking head. Shit. You should go fishing, man. Most definitely, bro. I was telling my homie we should take our kids out to the lake or whatever and just spend a night out there and teach the boys some little camping skills and shit, you know what I'm saying? How to start a fire, how to string a pole, how to thread a hook, how to find bait, you know, how to find worms, and how to catch a turtle and use his guts for bait or whatever. Just shit we did back as kids and shit. How to catch a snake and use him as bait or something. Bugs, whatever. Just show that nigga how to go outside with nothing and come back with food and fire and shelter and shit. Hell yeah, that would be the shit. It'd be hard to get my wife out there, I ain't gonna lie. She ain't that type. She more the type to say, no, I don't wanna go. And then act like y'all be doing shit without her because y'all work without her and shit. I just let him kill me.
What you catch or what have you caught? I'm pretty big fisherman.
When I was a kid, we used to just catch perch and shit for real. And then the biggest fish I caught is probably a spoonbill when we was at Eufaula or Riverside. I caught a spoonbill one time. That was pretty fucking big. And then the most dangerous fish I caught was probably a carp or a gar or something. But yeah, we used to catch perch and catfish and I think they call it bluegill and buffalo and carp and snakes and turtles and frogs and whatever bit the hook. Shit. Shad and minnows and what other kind of fucking fish? Bass. We used to catch I ain't never caught a bass, I don't think, but my daddy for some reason he used to catch these big mouth bass, bro. On his hook, he used to use Wheaties and strawberry pop. And he'd take the Wheaties and ball it up in a ball and mix it with the strawberry pop.
Pass.
And then he used that as bait, and that shit used to work like a motherfucker. A 5-pound bass. Yeah, I caught a I think it was a 15-pound, 8 ounces fucking spoonbill, but a spoonbill got that. If you look it up, bro, it got a spoon on his bill. It literally looked like a big ass paddle on his nose, like a swordfish. So about 8 pounds was probably in the nigga nose. You know what I'm saying? But it was long as fuck, bro. It was like 3 feet tall. We was on a boat and I was using a Mickey Mouse fishing pole, like the little bitty rods they used to give us back when we go to the bait and tackle shop. And it was bending my rod, like my shit stupid bent. And my daddy was looking like, hold on, don't bend your pole. Like, so I'm straightening out the pole and I'm trying to reel it with it straight. Then I bend it to pull him in, then I straighten it out and reel it. And then when I looked at the side of the boat, that motherfucker was so big, nigga, my pops, he grabbed the net and he scooped it up in the net so I wouldn't have to reel it in and shit. That motherfucker was huge, man. And then there was some kind of fish that got rocks in his fucking head or something. My dad used to, when he cleaned it, he used to take the little stones out his head and shit. I forgot what it's called. I like this right here too. Not this, but when I die, you'll see it. That glaive.
I hooked onto 8-foot bull shark while shark fishing and a lot of other big fish.
Oh no, I ain't never seen no shark in person. Well, yeah, I have, but in a tank.
Best fight low key.
See, to me, bro, fishing not about the fight, bro. I don't know who like fishing for the fight, bro. Like, to me, fishing is more about just nature, bro. It's just about being outside and being able to pull my own food out the water. Being able to, like, feel like a man, like, damn, I did something, like, you know what I'm saying? I caught it, I cleaned it, I cooked it, you know what I'm saying? I like just being outside and feeling the fucking sun on my skin and the dirt in your feet and, you know what I'm saying, the water in your toes and the guts in between your fingers and playing with the worms and shit. I kind of like the fight, but to me, the best part is probably when you see that it's on your hook. Like when you feel the pull or when you hear the bell ring, when you put them little bells on it, or if you got the bobber at the end of your hook and you see the bobber go up and down, to me, that's the most exciting part is when you get a bite. There's a lot of fishing is just waiting and shit. So when you get that bite, it's like, woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, it is, I was gonna say, I don't even care if I catch it as long as I get that bite, but nah, it is depressing when you, when they be biting all your fucking bait off your hook and you'll never get nothing. Or, you know what I'm saying, you keep feeling it, but when you really do it, like, yeah, I need to try to do so. Catching it is a part of the fun, I can't lie. But I feel like the most memorable part or the most like electric moment is when
that is true, but if you were fighting a shark at night, you would be amped up. Got a scared fish every once in a while.
You a lie, bro. Bro, you might be black, but I'm really black. I'm the stereotype black, nigga. I wouldn't be fighting no shark at night, nigga. When the sun go down, nigga, we leaving the lake, nigga. I'm going next to the campfire, nigga. I'm not gonna be in the water at night. And if I even thought a shark was on my line, I'd cut that motherfucker, nigga. You got me fucked up. Nigga, I would never be amped up because I wouldn't be in that fight, bro. No, bro, it's not for me. No fucking shark and shit. And his habitat, nigga, that's like me going to another nigga hood and threatening him and shit. That's that nigga hood, bro. I don't know, bro. It depends on who around, bro. Life got variables. It's a time and place for everything. So there's a time and place for me to catch a shark, but like if my family's starving or something, yeah, I might try to reel it in. Or if the homies is there and it's too much testosterone going around and it's like they dare me and I gotta do some stupid man shit, then you know, I'm a man, I do stupid shit. I'm down. Or if my son there and he look at me like, Dad, you scared? Then I'ma for sure reel that bitch in, cause that nigga ain't gonna never think I'm scared of nothing. That's Superman, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it gotta be a reason for me to fucking play with that motherfucker. If I was fishing by myself and I seen a shark, bro, you go about your business. You not what I'm here for. I'm kind of stupid, bro. I'm curious now. I want to see what I would do. I'll probably try to reel it in, and when it got close enough to the boat, I'll get scared and let it go, probably. Like, I would reel it in enough to where I was happy knowing that I could have reeled it in if I wanted, and then I probably would have just let that shit go. Like, the thrill-seeking shit that I like doing is like, it's like trying to wake black people up. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to overthrow the government, or trying to build a community, or trying to go outside without getting harassed by the police and shit, because I got 16 warrants. That's the type of excitement that I get. Just going to the grocery store is enough excitement when you got 16 warrants and shit. I could go to jail and never come back home. Like, my thrill seeking is trying to make it outside on New Year's to shoot my gun without no problems and shit. You said overthrow the government, you down? Yeah, I've been down.
You got warranties?
You got warrants? Yeah, I got 16 of them things. I used to do stuff back in the day, but I didn't ever go to court, so I never got convicted or nothing. I just got a bunch of warrants. Sooner or later, they're gonna have to give up and just let that shit go. In a minute, Trump gonna destroy the government. I ain't gotta worry about my warrants no more. But yeah, that's how they do you in the hood, though, bro. Like where I grew up, they used to pull people over
Damn, bro, playing life on hard mode.
Yeah, I'm black. I ain't had no choice but to play life on hard mode. I'm black in America, crip. That shit Matter of fact, it don't even. If everything you do is hard, then that means that everything is normal, and normal is not hard. It's normal. So my whole life been hard, so this shit is normal now. But where I grew up, it's a bad, so-called bad neighborhood. It's the projects. So the police got this certain right in my city to pull over anybody in that area because it's a high-risk area. So just because I live in the projects, they could pull me over anytime without no suspicion of crime or nothing, just because I'm in a high-crime area. So they'll pull me over. What you doing out here this late? Woo, woo, woo. And then they find some weed on me. Now I got a possession charge. I'm driving, just bought a car. I'm in my projects, woo, 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 harass a nigga. What you doing out here? Da, da, da. Oh, now I got a ticket for no license or no insurance, but I don't go to court. Now that's another warrant. You know what I'm saying? Break up with a bitch. Some nigga tripping. I try to, now I got a harassment charge. Then now that I got in touch with the police and the projects put you on the trespassing list. So now I can't even go back home to my mama's house because I'm on the trespassing list. So now I got to sneak in and out the projects, but they got a police officer called Gridiron. So he ride around picking niggas up for trespassing who he know is on the trespassing list because he worked that area. So every time he see me, we playing cat and mouse. I got to dodge this nigga just to get back in the house. I got to dodge this nigga just to leave the house. Then I got trespassing charges. And then after like 3 or 4 of them, this nigga go to court and ask the judge to make it a felony trespassing and shit. Talking about he can keep doing it. You might as well make it a felony trespassing approval point. And the judge like, I'm not about to get this man no fucking felony for trespassing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then the judge gave me a signature bond, told me to come back to court. And I never came back to court, like always. So the warrants just start stacking up. It ain't like murder and bank robbery. Nigga, they would have came and found my ass. But it's the city warrants and shit. Like, if I literally just move to the next city, I won't have no more warrants. Like, they just city warrants. They only in my city. Well, no, because if I get pulled over in another city in this state, they'll call my city and see if they want to pick me up and put a hold on me. But if I leave the state, nobody's extraditing me for no city charges. But yeah, bro, if you trying to overthrow the government, it don't even take much, bro. Like, if everybody lived like me, the
Amazing
government
stream, but I gotta go be back
would
so
be
long.
overthrown. Amazing stream, I go. Oh yeah, bro, do your thing, man. I'm probably about to hop off in a second anyway. I'm not making no noise for real, I think. I mean, I'm always that nigga, but I'm way at the top of the leaderboard.
Stay safe.
Alright, bro, stay dangerous, nigga. But still, man, I appreciate y'all fucking with me, man. It's late. I'm about to get off. I'm not about to keep playing with these things. And they sorry, I'm using a fucking glaive. It's literally a farm weapon. And they not really doing shit. And I'm still at the top of the leaderboard. And it's not even fun. I mean, I don't know, the game is fun, period, but I don't want to be the best nigga in the lobby. I want to be like, the 5th best nigga in the lobby, you know? I want somebody on the other team that I can't kill. And I want somebody on my team that I can't kill. So I know it's somebody better than me on my team at the objective. And I know it's somebody better on their team for me to fight. But right now, it's not like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go. My brother woke up. I'll see y'all another time.